Hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are. So, hope you are doing well on this amazing Thursday. So, the crypto market just shows a mixed picture. There are a few altcoins that are pumping really well, like T-Fuel, Theta, XDC, Atom, FTM, XTZ, Waves, and few coins that dumping like Shiba because Shiba just pumped 30% yesterday, so now just correcting, but also Helium, Algorand, and all other quant next. So nice movement altogether. Just it's somehow as Bitcoin is consolidating that we see that altcoins starting to pump a little bit, and we see a few alts pumping, and they are just changing. Then they are changing in different times. So let's get into the crypto news. The first news is panic in crypto markets mostly over, according to Panther Capital's Dan Moorhead. Here is why. So Dan Moorhead, he's the chief executive of the firm. He's also talking about the Chinese crackdown, Elon Musk FUD, and also the tax day in the US, which the government delayed until May this year in response to COVID pandemic. The tax day downtick has happened in previous cycles, the CEO explains in the blog post. So it's a new thing that also the US tax day influencing Bitcoin and crypto prices. Previous tax day cycles have hit local lows 7 days before tax day. That makes tremendous sense. That's about how long it takes to get your money out of an exchange and to your bank. The Bitcoin market hit a local low near $30,000 days after the tax day, only 9 days of the historical average, and within the period that makes intuitive sense. So this is a new story or new idea that also the US tax day is influencing the Bitcoin price. Moorhead thinks current metrics indicate the markets have seen the most of this panic and won't go lower. Okay, let it be. Bitcoin is currently trading 36% below its 11-year exponential trend. Bitcoin has only spent 20% of its history as far under trend valuation. At the recent peak, it went just a touch over trend value. As you can see, past peaks were many multiplies of the trend. Okay, so we see that now we are below 36 of the trend line. Okay. The year-on-year return never went literally off the chart like in past peaks. It's currently trading at 281% per year on year, which seems entirely plausible given the money printing that has occurred in the period. Bitcoin price trend and this year-on-year returns, we see that this year-on-year returns is much lower than we saw in the previous cycles, so we can expect some higher levels. So great news, and we know that Panther Capital is a well-known huge investor in Bitcoin and also in other crypto-related startups and crypto coins. The next piece of news: Bitcoin to reclaim $50,000. Legendary technical analyst John Bollinger. So John Bollinger, we knew this Bollinger Band. So the Bollinger Band is coming from him. Analyst John Bollinger says that the price of Bitcoin is trying to move up. He pointed out that the first real target is the bottom side of the prior. This means that $48,000 to 50,000 range. Okay, so first we should reach 48, then target 50. John Bollinger created the Bollinger Band, and the tool uses a set of trend lines plotted two standard deviation, positively and negatively, away from a simple moving average of a security's price. While the tool works great with its standard settings, it can also be calibrated to user preferences. Bitcoin in place, price is trying to move higher. First real target is the bottom side of the prior range. Call it 48 to 50,000. Okay, here is the chart. Bitcoin price chart. Okay, so we see that this range 48 and 50,000. Elon Musk Tesla comments. Yeah, we already talked about that a few days ago, so nothing new. Bitcoin adoption could have get it back to 50K. We know El Salvador and other developing countries accepting Bitcoin, following these other South American countries like Bahamas has said, Panama, Paraguay, maybe Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, and also Tobago and Tanzania are working on to embrace and accept Bitcoin as a legal tender. The next piece of news. Celsius co-founder Alex Mashinsky raises his year-end target for Bitcoin to 160,000 US dollar. So he raises here price prediction. So he's the chairman and CEO of the lending platform Celsius Network. He predicted that Bitcoin's price could reach 160,000 by the end of this year. Okay, Alex is one of the inventors of VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol, with a foundational patent dating back to 1994, and it's now working on MOIP, Money over Internet Protocol technology. Over 35 patents have been issued to Alex relating to exchanges, VoIP protocols, messaging, and communication. As a serial entrepreneur and founder of 7 New York City-based startups, Alex has raised more than $1 billion US and exited over $3 billion US. As one of the pioneers of the web-based exchanges, Alex authored patents that cover aspects of the smart grid and exchanges, Twitter, Skype, App Store, Netflix, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, we may reach all the way to 160,000 US dollar this year. I'm sticking to that prediction. So if we can get Brazil, if we can get Nigeria, if we can get countries with large population to accept Bitcoin as a legal tender, you are going to see a huge explosion in the price, because just the adoption of all those users is going to create tremendous new demand. I call him a Bitcoin tourist because anybody who comes from a fiat land to crypto land and it's coming in here for the wrong reason and then leaves for the wrong reason is a tourist. He does have a very strong following worldwide, but inside the Bitcoin community, his influence is warning. So tourist. Okay, so the next piece of news. SEC leaves Bitcoin and cryptocurrency off regulatory agenda 2021. So there was a news yesterday that SEC will not dealing with Bitcoin and crypto regulation this year because they are really busy with this meme coin regulatory stuff like GameStop and the other meme coin stuff. The report, which includes contributions related to the Securities and Exchange Commissions, lists short and long-term regulatory actions that administrative agencies plan to take. Okay, so even the Treasury and other agencies just force that they want to have crypto regulation. The SEC is busy, and they don't want to come out with crypto regulation this year. The next piece of news is from General Motors. General Motors CEO: nothing precludes GM from accepting Bitcoin if there is consumer demand. So they are ready to accept Bitcoin and crypto payments. Certainly, we want to make the whole buying and ownership experience as easy as possible. There is nothing that precludes us from doing that. We will be driven by our customers. Certainly, we want to make the whole buying and ownership experience as easy as possible. We will follow their ID. Csöndbe legyetek! Okay, the next piece of news. Entertainment giant Fox teams up with Bento Box to manage 100 million NFT creator fund. So this is maybe one of the biggest news of today, because Fox Entertainment and CNN both are coming in the NFT space. And as if they are coming, then they will their clients and their community, their audience will have some connection also with other crypto, at least with Ethereum blockchain and other crypto related stuff, as they are interacting with NFTs. So the company has revealed it's invoked a 100 million fund with Bento Box Entertainment that aims to bolster NFT content creators. So they bolster NFT content creators and creating this ecosystem for NFTs. And I think 100 million is a quite big amount to boost this NFT creation. So the 100 million fund that aims to help further NFT creators and industry. Fox and its subsidiary Bento Box Entertainment blockchain creative labs to further the venture. Okay, so they will work with blockchain creative labs. Fox and Bento Box are uniquely situated to bring exciting offerings to the digital good, token, and NFT marketplaces. A new company, Blockchain's Creative Labs, also under Scott and Bento Box, will help shape and grow the fast evolving world of creatively led digital goods and tokens. And also there was a news a few weeks ago that eBay is coming into NFTs. And also we know that Amazon is hiring a crypto and blockchain expert. So maybe that also Amazon will want to jump in and also the crypto payments. The next piece of news also NFTs. CNN selling historic news moment as NFTs. So CNN will drop NFTs depicting historic moments such as space travel, technological advancement, and presidential elections. Okay, so some historical moments will be created on NFTs. Avoid by CNN moments that changed US. Why not change the world? That would sound better. Okay. NFTs will be minted on the Flow blockchain, which CNN choose for each energy-efficient proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. Flow is also home to NBA Top Shot, which has had huge success selling iconic sporting moments. Until now, there has been no way to collect these moments. Users can often find old footage online or packaged up in documentaries, but they cannot own them or display them in the way they can with a print newspaper or magazine. So I think this is quite important news, because this is how the crypto adoption is growing, and it's not just about accepting Bitcoin as payment, but utilizing other features of the blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Technical analysis: Bitcoin dips from 40,000 US dollar. Here is the why. Uptrend is still intact in BTC. Okay, so Bitcoin started a downside correction after it failed to stay above 40K. The price is currently just below 39,000 and the 100-hourly simple moving average. And Bitcoin succeeded to close around the 48,000 support, so something above, a little bit above. The bulls are protecting the 38 support zone, consolidating about 38 support zone. Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is the 100-hourly moving average, the red line, and that support zone had Bitcoin to stay above this level. More losses in BTC. Yeah, so if the 38,000 fails, then the next major support is at 36,500. The MACD is slowly moving into the bullish zone on the hourly. The RSI for BTC USD is rising towards the 50 level. Major supports almost at 38,000. Major resistance 39,500 and up to 40,000. Great. The next piece of news: SEC opens to comment on whether to approve OneX Bitcoin ETF or not. So there are lots of news about Bitcoin ETFs and just some delays because the SEC has a deadline to approve or disapprove the Bitcoin ETFs. There was a extension in April, so huge delays, and now it seems to be that they are just dropping delays again, and I think it's not good because it also shows that they are not really dealing with these crypto-related things, and they are just postponing the ETF. Okay, and we know that this ETF, this exchange-traded fund, would be really useful for the market, as we see in Canada, Australia, Europe. These ETFs are really useful for the development of the market. So they seeks and encourages interested person to provide comments. So nice. So they are sitting on this for months or maybe years, and then just they are coming out that they seek and encourages interested persons to provide comments. So it's somehow somehow weird. So I wouldn't expect it from a regulatory organization just coming out and hey guys, then just share your thoughts. So why not earlier if they are really interested what people commenting on this. Okay. Anyone interested commenting on the proposed Bitcoin ETF will have until 21 days after order published in the Federal Register. So that is why I don't like this offices and official organizations, because if they would accompany that, they would go bankruptcy, because on the market you cannot act like this, that just waiting months and doing nothing and postponing and doing something that it seems to be that you are doing something, but it's not a real development of how managing cases. Yeah, and not just the OneX ETF, all other ETFs. So news coming out: SEC delays decision on Wisdom Tree Bitcoin ETF. So this is another Bitcoin ETF, and as far as I knew, almost 8 or 10 ETF applications have been submitted to SEC. They filed on March 11th of March. The SEC begins in review in April, and now there is a delay, and also they are just postponing. So the next piece of news: Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson makes compelling case for Tesla adopting ADA instead of Bitcoin. Okay. So there was a podcast with MIT researcher Lex Friedman. Hoskinson explained why he believes Cardano is far superior to Bitcoin. Tesla should choose Cardano if it truly cares about sustainability, says Hoskinson. Debates revolving around the top crypto's energy consumption ballooned after Tesla CEO Elon Musk announced in May. And Musk revealed that they would took a BTC alternative that consumed less than 1% of its energy. Well, if they truly care about alternative energy, sustainability, carbon reduction, and carbon neutrality, you can't be in a system where there is no built-in mechanism to contain the energy consumption, he said. He says that Bitcoin's low programmability is a bug, not a feature, but I think for a digital scare assets, you don't need programmability, but also we know that smart contracts will be launched on Bitcoin with Taproot in the next few months. Okay, so this is, if you are an ADA holder, definitely you should check it out. But I'm not sure that Tesla will choose ADA for this. Why not creating something on these zero emission blockchains if they really care? The next piece of news, as there was a news in the few days back, IMF and European Central Bank are not happy that El Salvador is adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender, and now World Bank refuses El Salvador's request for help on BTC transactions. Okay, so refuse to help in transactions to use Bitcoin as a legal tender. And they say why the government did approach us for assistance on Bitcoin. This is not something the World Bank can support given the environmental and transparency shortcomings. So guys, environmental and transparency shortcomings. And you know, a lot of hate just Bitcoin got because this environmental things, because it seems to be that most of the big companies and funds and world leading financial institutions are caring so much about the environment, but for me it seems to be just something that they can use this hype that say no against Bitcoin. But as we see that more of the Chinese miners are moving to Texas, I think within few months we will see that maybe 90% of the total Bitcoin energy usage will renewable energy. And also they have a problem currency transparency and regulatory processes. So guys, what I think the truth behind this, that the World Bank, IMF, central banks, they are all about supporting the US dollar as a world reserve currency. And if a new competitor came in the picture like Bitcoin, then of course they are not supporting. But I'm sure that a lot of great financial experts, maybe they worked at World Bank, IMF, and also they are professional in crypto, they are contacting El Salvador and they will helping them how to support them in this adoption. And with this, I also can envision that the new World Bank and the new world leading crypto-based financial supporting organizations will just emerging in the next few years because the old players don't want to help or don't want to participate. Yeah, I'm totally agree. I totally understand why they don't want. They want to secure US dollar for ages. But as things improving, I think other organizations will supporting this movement. But this is my opinion. Do your own research and then just form your opinion. World Banks says it cannot help El Salvador with regard to Bitcoin. So it's not about they cannot help, it's about they don't want to help. But why they are not writing they don't want to help? Okay, yeah, so it's almost the same. Adoption, that was from IMF. Adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender raises a number of macroeconomic, financial, and legal issues that require very careful analysis. We are following developments closely and will continue our consults with authorities. And also, guys, these old traditional financial institutions, they cannot compete with the new technology, with the new mindset. They need more time just rewiring their processes and understand what's going on. So I wouldn't be surprised if the World Bank, IMF, and all these organizations will see how these countries and these new professionals are working out the procedures and wiring these new things in the money system. And after that, when everything's almost done, that they will come out that okay, then also we will use it. But also, this is just my opinion on this. Yes, so there was a news. You already know it. MicroStrategy selling $1 billion in stock with plans to buy more Bitcoin. So this is huge because MicroStrategy selling from its own stock $1 billion worth stock to buy more Bitcoin. Time to time, using the investment bank Jefferies and its agents. So they have an agent. They filed it to the SEC. We intend to use the net proceeds from the sale of any Class A common stock offered under this prospectus for general corporate purposes, including the acquisition of Bitcoin, unless otherwise indicated in the applicable prospectus supplement. And I'm sure, because there was a news, but maybe I will just bring it tomorrow, that MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor is getting more educated about Ethereum and getting more excited about Ethereum. And then just this world will opening up for him. And okay, we have Bitcoin for store of value, and we have other cryptos as emerging technology, like we had Amazon, Google, Facebook, and all other new tech giants. Okay, so this is the news. We believe that our Bitcoin and related activities in support of the Bitcoin network enhance awareness of our brand and can provide opportunities to secure new customers for our analytics offerings. So they are really pioneering this space. They are the first movers, and they are like El Salvador as a country. So I think that they take a lot of risk, but I'm sure that they will succeed because this is what the first comers and the pioneers are always struggling, but at the end of the day, they are succeeding. Okay, so that's it for today. Just let's check what the charts are showing us. So Bitcoin at the 4-hourly, yeah, so we had some cool down yesterday, a drop, and now we are just side waving here. 38,000 should be support, and then if it's breaking, then we can visit this middle range of this 31 and 41,000 range here. But let's check on other charts that we do have. So this is what exactly is happening. Also, there is a wedge, and now we approached the lower trend line, or we are approaching the lower trend line of this wedge. And if around 38,000 Bitcoin is just turning up, then there is a good chance that the next movement towards 42,000 levels. And you know guys, that there is a neckline of this huge head and shoulders that we had in this week of accumulation pattern, and the neckline is here. So also several resistance like Fibonacci levels, horizontal resistance, more confluence points, and the neckline is here. So 32,000 is really crucial, and now the 38,000. But what I see, that Bitcoin maybe will just side waving in this 31 to 41,000 range for the next days and weeks. Bitcoin dominance also after sharp increase, just losing momentum. So we see that the increase, this is the 4-hourly chart. So increase are just weakening, and it seems to me that the Bitcoin dominance is topping out. And from this, we can see a nice drop to around 40, 43 level, and we'll see if we can continue back to 40. That would cause a nice altcoin rally if this happens. So if this happens, then altcoins would pump really, really well. But if somehow would increase, if Bitcoin just shooting up, then altcoins will lagging and Bitcoins will steal the show. But if a big drop will come, then also the dominance can just continue that way. So now we see, because more alts are pumping now, and the dominance is just stagnating. What about the shorts that we have on Bitfinex? And this is one of the historical higher level that we see shorts on Bitfinex. Lots of wares that were trading on Bitfinex just build this huge short position, and it can lead even a big drop if they concur the bulls. But if bulls concur, then there we can see a huge short squeeze, and the Bitcoin price can skyrocket to, after 32, straight to 52 and 57 levels. Ethereum is, so Ethereum, it's getting weaker, it's losing momentum, and now it seems to be that breaking down from this ascending triangle. So now we have a small ascending triangle here. Maybe we can put this here. So a drop maybe towards, if the 2,200 levels will be lost, then we can drop to 2,000. So keep your eyes on Ethereum. It seems to be weaker than Bitcoin, but we'll see if altcoins will pumping. Maybe Ethereum will get more momentum, and also we expect the London hard fork coming soon. So that is why Ethereum should just showing some strength, but maybe before that we will see one last dip here. So other coins are almost in green, so nice pump, and all the coins in the past few days reached the buying levels that it's a good buy for long term, but nothing what I saying here. It's not a financial advice, it's not a investment advice, it's just educational purposes, also the news, also the charting. So this is strictly for education and entertainment. Okay, so nice. We see nice coins. Matic also started to pump. Wow. Cool, guys. So be sure, just push the like. I'm just showing you, where are we now? So be sure. Okay, so be sure, push the like, subscribe. So first, subscribe this thread, push the bell, like, and you can share this video, this live, and spread out, because our main goal at CorionX, spreading out crypto adoption, helping people to enter in crypto, and also we do have our CorionX coin for helping people to learn more about crypto and interacting with crypto, and we will come out with nice DeFi features very, very soon. Now we are just finalizing the audits, so hopefully few days or maybe latest next week we will come out with some good news. Until that, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. So it's really great to having you here. Let's see you tomorrow.